Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the MRL Challenger Series here for the playoffs. This is race number one of the series, and of the playoff series, I should say. And I will want to say that this hasn't happened in quite some time. Okay, but we have gone back to the old rule that if we have eight or less drivers, we are doing 25%, meaning we are here for 92 laps instead of the 184. So that's why you saw me just swap that right now. I was actually anticipating a lot more actually racing right here. Literally, not even all of the playoff drivers are actually racing. We are actually missing Bassbuck right here. But one person we're not missing right here is Agent Orange. How are you doing today, boss?
I'm doing fairly well. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. And with that, if you could toss me an invite, I think we'll be good to go. Darlington, what can I say about the Lady in Black? The track that's too tough to tame. I think we're in for a really interesting first round to the playoffs. Of course, with only literally being all playoff drivers, that means there's not a whole lot of room for error. You are literally racing against your competition. In fact, actually, let me kind of go actually see what we have in store in terms of the points and all that. So I apologize. I know I'm a little kerfuffled with just getting done with an entire 50% Texas race and then immediately hopping on over to what I thought was going to be a 50%er here. But yeah, we have Clay up in the chat right now saying howdy doody, showing his love for Agent Orange as well as Tomboy.
Heyo.
Clay, of course, you were with Clay last night, and he put an excellent performance on in Iowa. Now here he is
He was doing
cheering
great.
you on for Darlington. What do you think about Darlington? Because, like I said, there's a lot of different strategies here. You're literally going against the people that you are going to be battling against for the playoffs.
Yeah. No, I love Darlington in the virtual world and real world. I'm I'm only a few hours from Darlington myself, so I've been quite a few times, especially once the whole throwback weekend really started. It's always a great vibe, and it's always cool seeing what the teams come up with as far as paint schemes, and then pretty much every league I've ever been a part of, the league owners usually relax a little on paint schemes and let the drivers, the league players, kind of make up their own throwback paint schemes if that's what they want to do. It's always fun to see what some of these guys will come up with for their number. There's a couple of them in here tonight.
We're seeing a little bit of kerfuffling going on right there. That is our points leader, UK, already clobbering the outside wall coming up for turn two. Cyber, who has another pole to add to his name. I should say, if there is one person that can just rack up poles, it has to be Cyber. He's been on a tear, both in the Challenger Series as well as the our ERA, which is a subdivision of MRL. Just he has 5 poles there, and now this is his 4th here. So Cyber is absolutely just on a tear when it comes to poles. But I should mention that when it comes to the when it comes to the actual point standings, it's so tough. I'm looking at the playoff leaderboard right here. Literally, okay, you know what? UK and Cyber, they're sitting 29 and 18 above the cut line. They're the ones that are really not too worried about points right now. However, we go to Hunty, who's 8 above. Nathan, you're 5 above. Tomboy 3 above, BS 3 above, and Packers is 3 below. Now with Bass just not showing up, he's going to be immediately kicked on out of this race. So we will have to see how he's going to, well, not really how he will, but how Packers can actually make up some points right here. And that is why you're going to be seeing a lot of potential movement right here because Packers is already in P2 and he is really looking fast right here. Now, Packers is just another to kind of go off of what he was saying with with how he's only 3 below. A win and you're in. Technically, you could be just below the cut line, much like Packers, and you can win, and then suddenly points don't matter. But it looks like Cyber and Packers both actually slapped the outside wall right there, so that's definitely not too good right there. Now, Nathan, enlighten me here. I know this is 28 laps here in this first stage. I'm actually watching Hunty's stream right here. How is it for fuel and tires? Are we willing to go the distance, or is there maybe some strategy involved?
I mean, I'm gonna try to go the distance myself.
Well, what is it looking like right now?
You're good on fuel. You had like, I think we had like 35 laps of fuel.
35 laps of fuel? Okay, so there we go. Now, it looks like right now we're seeing a bit of that long run pace starting to set on in. Packers is looking to that outside of Cyber, kind of dicing back and forth, just seeing what he can do. But UK has already made his way back up to P3, and Hunty has dropped down to P5 after starting only P4, so definitely making his way back on up here. But I'm really also impressed so far with the patience that the 20 car has. That is BS. He is looking for a solid run. Tomboy in that 88 back there. Again, everyone very low to the standings. Both of them are 3 above the cut, and I feel like that is going to be the biggest thing that we're going to be talking about here. The 42 of Hunty is going to be slapping a little bit of the outside as the 20 makes the pass. It's so hard in order to make a clean pass around here. I would have to say, I mean, probably the hardest track to make a 100% clean pass.
Definitely one of the hardest.
Surprisingly, I would probably have to say Dover is also really hard.
Yes.
In order to do a really clean pass. But yeah, I mean that's neither here nor there. Dover actually, we were not at. We were there for Challenger season 0, but not for season 1. Maybe making a return for season 2. We'll have to see. But big announcement, actually. The Challenger series is going to be now a rotating door of different series. Meaning, we are going to be in the trucks next season. Oh, and the 3 of Cyber and the 17 both go into a little bit of a little happy tailspin. Now, the 17 is going to have the high side there, going to have that high side momentum, and he's actually is going to get around the 3, but he holds stout. The 3 is looking a little bit loose right now there on the base preset. He's just going to have to get back in line and just kind of have to reel in the distance. But yeah, Packers, so far, so good. Doing exactly what he needs to do in order to advance his way through the playoffs. But to kind of go back to what I was saying about the Challenger series as a whole, it's going to be a rotating door series, meaning trucks are going to be next, then Xfinity, and then back to Cup, and then rinse and repeat. So trucks, Xfinity, Cup, trucks, Xfinity, Cup, season after season after season. And
I thought you said we're going to make it a dirt series in the middle. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, if I did, I must have said that in one of my drunken daiquiri stupors. Well, for anyone that knows, I am such a lightweight. Literally, the hardest alcohol I can take is probably a daiquiri. And even then, that's nothing. That's minuscule. That is baby shot. But definitely, it's one of those. It's only one of those that you can actually have a really good time. But I must have said that when I was in a drunken stupor. But yeah, no dirt series as of yet. But potentially something else in the works. So we'll have to see how that's going to shake on out. Look maybe on the Twitter here in the next couple weeks. We'll have to see. But yeah, 7 drivers here with us tonight. And like I said, that is not even the full playoff field. Bassbuck is not with us tonight, so he will automatically be eliminated from the playoffs, and that will probably be really good news for those BS and Tomboy, because that's just one less driver you have to worry about. But actually, I should mention that he's actually rather good at Darlington, so I'm actually really surprised that he's not here. But yes, halfway through stage 1 right now, going on to lap 15 of 28 here, you can see that a lot of different drivers, um, a lot of different drivers can actually go and make it into the different lines here. Some go low and then kind of drift on up naturally. Some stay high and keep it high. Like so essentially, like oh well, I mean I was gonna say that's what the 8 was doing, but he gets really loose right there. So that may not be the best of lines right there. But I'm seeing the 20 kind of slightly dip below this little white speckled line right here, and then drift back on up into the racing surface. But I mean that's just what Darlington offers. I mean it's probably not, well, it's definitely not the widest track in terms of racing. That would be Iowa, where you can actually run both the bottom, middle, and top, and be equally as fast. But Darlington does offer a little bit of variety when it comes to your lines. So that is probably the biggest thing that Darlington offers here. But Nathan, how about that? How about that racetrack? How's the car feel?
It's not the best. It's a little tight in the center, a little loose off, but you know that's kind of what you get with a base preset.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you're going to be making some big swings as the stage starts getting to a close here. But with that, the 3 has been really heating up the 17 here. I've been watching that battle going on here for the past few laps, ever since the 17 made the pass on the 3. He has not really let him get away. And now, draft is really a key factor around Darlington. Now, especially in a bigger pack, like, oh shoot, like 20 cars. Oh yeah, draft is everything. But here, when it's only 7 cars per race, I mean, it's not really going to be that big of a deal. And I'm seeing Cyber, you know, he's trying to shift around his line. I saw a couple laps ago he was running the very top, and then now he's kind of bottom feeding. So, I mean, he's looking for grip. He's looking for different ways to get around that 17, because right now, the 17 looks to be the most stable out of everyone. Not really making too much of a foot wrong.
I'm watching the intervals with the guys in front of me in the top left of my screen. And it looks like we're all running like the exact same lap times at the moment. I'm not losing, not gating, staying the exact same.
Well, and that's what is really weird to think about. Like, well, and kind of harkens back to what I was saying about the initial get up here, is that everyone is very much like in their own like little world, especially towards the long runs. Now, do you build your car for the short run and get out to the front and then just kind of maintain from there, or do you want to go into the back and just try to get the long run? Cade in chat saying, who's in the 17? Well, that is our good buddy Opal Packers. Packers here is absolutely blowing the doors off the competition here. Maybe going to have that elusive Packers podium. I don't know. It's going to be maybe. Still, a long way to go here, as we are 6 laps away from approaching the end of stage 1. Well, and you know, and that's the thing. You know, because I'm also receiving a couple people in the message for Discord saying, "Wow, only 7 people." Honestly, and Nathan, you can kind of attest to this as well. When the playoffs start, people just stop showing up.
Yeah, they get kind of discouraged that they didn't make it, or
yeah,
what have you.
Especially with the Challenger Series only being 8 drivers to the playoffs, which even then, like I said, Bass himself is not even racing. So it's just one of those things. That's personally why MRL is kind of based around the no playoffs, where even if you are like 2 races until the end, and this is your first race, you know what? Have at it, man. Let's go. But I mean, I've been in plenty enough leagues that as soon as the playoffs start, and like that's when as soon as the playoffs start, people just stop showing up. But it's just one of those things. Especially at Darlington, people see Darlington and see the lap count, 184 laps. It is literally the longest race in terms of time. Oh, I get it. I get it. But that is actually allowing something like Packers here to go out and show his stuff, because he can go and win the race, and not only just win the race, but advance to the playoffs, and not only that, but get back into the All-Star race. And I know that's probably not what he's worried about right now. He's just kind of focused on maintaining that lead, and then going into the rest of the playoffs and getting to the round of 6. What's up, Fire Slayer? How you doing today? Kate as well, also saying that the reason why he didn't show is that he got back from work and then he had to go eat dinner, which totally makes sense. But yeah, we have 3 different people in chat right now. Make some noise. Who are you rooting for right now? Currently, yes, exactly. Cade saying it's the best race in terms of endurance, and we're going to be seeing the full 50%er here on the Saturday Cup side. So definitely, all of these drivers, which apart from Hunty and Tomboy, are Cup drivers, so they will be getting plenty of practice for that race. So definitely a lot of things that you can take into account. And as we are on the final lap, Packers will indeed get that stage victory there. And you know what I'm going to do? Since that this is only the playoff drivers, I'm going to be doing live points. So I can just say who's in the playoffs and who's not. So that was Packers P1. That was Packers P1, Cyber P2, UK P3, Nathan P4, BS P5, Hunty P6, Tomboy P7. All right, Nathan. While I do this right here, stall.
All right. Right here, I'm gonna make a little adjustment to my tires, make sure they can last a little longer here. I'm gonna tighten it up a little bit, also, just so that it's gonna be a little rough at the start, but then it'll feel a lot better. That long gate. We had a little swap for second and third here, which actually works in the benefit of Cyber being on that inside line on the restart. It's not easy being on the outside line on the restart here. Trying to go too wide in turn 1 here, just like that. It gets so tight. Luckily, we have some good drivers in this league that we can all kind of figure ourselves out. Kind of shuffle on in line. Made one whole lap without anybody wrecking.
Oh man. Okay, so I don't have the full points yet, but I'm terrible at math, by the way. So thank you for taking us a lap. By the way, I can actually talk while I'm doing this right now. But change for the lead right there. UK, who has been. Oh, he's been on a tear on the Challenger side, at least. He has been, well, I guess same with Saturday presets as well. He has been, 7 podiums entering this race, 3 wins, and has only finished outside the top 5 once. But I'll tell you what, though, one person I'm seeing starting to drop here is Cyber. And I know it's only one position, technically, but as soon as you start getting thrown off your rhythm, it's game over from there.
UK rallying back to take a charge here.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. And like I said, is that UK, he knows how to get it done. He can absolutely not not saying like effortlessly, of course, but like never count them out is what I'm trying to say. Same thing with Cyber. Same thing with all of these guys in the field. Even Tomboy in the sportsman side of things. He has been one of those drivers that's just been so consistent. That's why he's P2 in the standings over there. Tomboy knows how to get it done. So all of these guys, and you even said that there on the restart, can basically just learn to sort each other out. And Darlington is one of those tracks that is so hard to master. I mean, it's so narrow. There's only like truly a car's width and a half, technically, of racing space in the corners. And you have to fit 2, maybe even 3 within that. So it's one of those things that you just kind of have to just kind of rock and roll with. But yeah, we have all 3 people watching right there. Thank you all so much for coming on out, by the way. Showing some support for the Challenger folks here. I know I'm very much looking forward to the new season. These guys are looking forward to the new season. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun here on in terms of the new side of things here, especially as we go to lights proper. Oh, I can't wait for that schedule reveal. But I am seeing the bots coming on out to play. Oh man, we have an official race here, ladies and gentlemen. The bots coming on in, and to show their love. Oh, give a round of applause for the bots. Alright, so yeah, I should probably actually be doing these points. I apologize. So, Nathan, I saw that you ended up getting loose off of turn 2. I mean, I feel like this is kind of a kind of Captain Obvious moment right here. But what makes turn 2 so hard at Darlington?
There's a really sketchy bump right on the exit of turn 2, and if you hit them just wrong, it'll throw your car all kinds of, as you would say, kerfunkle.
Man, you can tell when people hang out with me too much, they start adopting my vocabulary. Kerfuffling, yeah, exactly. That is exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's kind of not really the same, I should say. It's not really a bump per se, but at Chicagoland, Nathan, you know that there is a little crease off of turn 4 at Chicagoland. I hit that every single lap. It's absurd the amount of times I hit that. But there's these weird bumps and creases. Oh, almost in every single track. Even Daytona has the glitch off of turn 2 going into 3 and 4. That is absolutely absurd. I don't understand half of the stuff. But I mean, lo and behold, it's here. So, I mean, it's just one of those tracks that, we've been on this game for 2 years. We'd sort of think that we would actually figure this out by now. But look at this little 4-car pack here. Now, this is what I'm talking about in terms of the draft. Everyone is just kind of biding their time. There's only 25 laps in this stage, and even then, we're already almost halfway through this stage. Now, I don't know what happened to Hunty. Nathan, did you perhaps see what happened to Hunty? He is down in P7. I wonder if he spun or if he just got Omega loose or something or other. But yeah, anyway, he is currently not sitting too well in terms of points, and I will tell you why here in a second. I should probably just do these points right here and not worry about this. So give me one hot second. I'll be BRB.
I already feel the cars start getting loose. I'm already seeing people up ahead of me getting loose, kind of not being wild and sporadic, but kind of just tell that they're floating around. Cyber making, oh, Cyber real loose right there, coming off turn 2. That's just, like we were just talking about a minute ago, it's a product of hitting that bump. If you don't hit it straight, or I being on a wheel, what I kind of do is when I get to it, I'll kind of straighten my wheel for a split second, and then go back to turning left a little bit, so that I guess the game doesn't recognize that I'm turning across it.
You try to straddle it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I try to do. Making sure that you can actually go and get that little. Basically, you're cheating the system a little bit. So I finally got points done. I apologize for taking so long with this. UK Cyber again. They basically have nothing to worry about right here. Hunty is currently in P3, but now to the cut. What was a lovely gap that he had of 8 points is now down to 6. And especially with him in P7 in the pecking order right here, there is a very solid chance that he's just going to lose more points. Because right now, Tom is the cutoff driver because Packers just elevated himself into not only inside the cut, but he is currently sitting 5th in terms of the playoffs standings right here. So, excellent job for him going out and doing exactly what he needs to do. But Hunty needs to be a little bit wary here, and especially with BS, he is now the new. Well, he was the playoff cutoff driver, but now only 2 points instead of 3 above that cut. So he needs to watch on out here. But okay, I'm seeing some people chatting in the race. Let's see. New admin Mopower Cat to the lead. It says Clay. Yes, indeed. I apologize. I should have mentioned that Mopower Cat is also the newest admin, so representing the league well. Then he also says, I wonder if Packers was happy with the car to the point where he didn't feel like touching it, and now he's struggling at the moment. I think knowing how Packers operates, he's really just biding his time because he's not blocking Nathan right here. He's literally just riding. So I don't think he's really all too dismayed or anything like that that he is where he is. I think he's really just truly biding his time. So yeah, Hunty is.
Did you happen to say how I was looking for playoff?
Yes, you are still P4, 1 point behind Hunty. So yeah, you're currently.
Cyber.
Oh, well, there goes Cyber. Okay, cool. So Cyber, like I said, he is really pushing it to the limit. He knows, essentially, he has a free race. Same thing with UK, especially if only the playoff drivers show up. Then basically that is almost a guaranteed free race where he could show up, lag out, and be fine. But right here, though, you can see that, especially with only 5 laps left in this stage, too, we're almost done with this race. We have a battle brewing, is what I'll say. Packers is now starting to get a little bit racy. 4 laps to go in this stage. And he wants to go not just for the sweep of the stages, but he wants to make sure that he does not even have to worry about points here for the rest of this stage. Now, Tomboy only being in P6, he's going to gain 1 point on Hunty. So, essentially, that is big news for him. But Hunty is not having the best of times right now. He's kind of hitting the wall. That car just definitely not to that liking. I should actually go back up to the lead right here because it is going to start brewing here as we are now 3 laps to go. Oh, nope. Well, there goes Nathan. All right, now it's down to a 2-car battle now. Here for 2 laps to go this time by. We're dropping a car off for every lap we have left, I guess. But now we have a... like I said, that's 17. Like I said, was to kind of answer Clay's question. He is really biding his time here. I think he is just going to go for maybe not quite a late lunge. I mean, if he is given the opportunity here, I think he's definitely going to go for it. But you can definitely see. We'll take a ride along with him going in to the final lap of this stage. One more lap to go here. UK is starting to get a little defensive. I'm seeing that he's really diving it and going into turn 3 here. Now Packers is going to really just gas it on up here, making sure that he has a good run off of the backstretch. Oh, UK gets a little loose right there. What's going to happen? Going into the final turn 3. Oh, 17 of Packers is going to go for the slow in, fast out, but nothing can quite be done right there. And that will complete our stage here for stage 2. Now, coming to the end of this, BS is going to collect P5 out of that, Tomboy P6, and then Hunty P7. So, Hunty, yeah, definitely not having the best of races right now. Spins coming across the line. So let's do this right here, and now do our points.
This last stage is going to be tough.
Yes, I can see that.
Night, but
yeah.
If you can make your tires last, it's one fuel run.
Well, you know,
you can make your tires last.
You know who I know can make their tires last pretty long?
Packers.
That's number 17 car. Can go and make those tires last the longest. And I'm betting that there's not going to be a caution. So you basically have to go with the mindset of, okay, this is how the race is going to go. Ooh, Cyber just being on the outside. He's going to lose a spot to BS here on the opening giddy up. That's not good. Ooh, BS really misses his mark there. So never mind. Cyber will actually go and hold it around the outside there. Excellent job from him. So yeah, I'm sorry for my silence. I'm doing the points right now as they run.
That's one of the great things everyone loves about Darlington. Virtually in real life is how obviously how tough the track is to tame, how abrasive the surface is, how much it wears out your tires. It's, as they say, it's a driver's track. Best of the best win at Darlington. You can't really say that there's ever been any fluke wins at Darlington. I guess you could argue the Reagan Smith won back in 2011, but it's still 500 miles at Darlington. He had to be up there to take advantage.
So, all right. So I got the points calculated. BS is now back to a 3-point gap over Tomboy. Now, if I'm okay, and Packers has all put himself into P4 in the standings. So as it goes right now, it's UK Cyber in the top 2 of the standings right now. So that's the top 2. Nathan, you're third. Packers is only 1 point behind you, by the way. He is absolutely killing it so far tonight. Then after that, Hunty in P5 with 21. BS behind him in 19, and that's the cutoff. And then Tomboy with 3 points. Now, hypothetically, if 3 points behind BS, I should say, if there was a tie, it would be whoever finished in front of the other. So let's just say BS lags out right now. Knock on wood. BS lags out right now. Tomboy would have to finish 4th in order to get that tiebreak. And then the tiebreak would be, well, I mean, Tomboy finished 4th, and BS finished 7th, so that would be the tie. Make sense? I think it makes sense. Very clear cut, and that's both probably the beauty and detriment of the playoff system. Very clear cut. Making sure that everything is very, matter of fact. However, I think we all know that I prefer season-long points. They're just so much easier. Baseball Kid, what's going on, man? Is in chat right now. We also have Clay saying, can't lie, I'm kind of nervous for Sportsman here in a couple weeks. We have also Fluff got in here, too. Man, Nathan, you have your entire team in here.
I like it.
Rooting you on. So far, for everyone watching for Nathan, he is sitting P3 in the standings right now. I honestly, Packers has just locked himself in, by the way. So Packers is 100% making it. Yeah, Packers is in P2. For some people, sound surprised with that. But the top 4 have locked themselves in. So welcome to the round of 6. Packers is just doing exactly what he needed to do all race long. Was on the outside, now is on the in. And we'll have to see how he goes into Canadian Tire for next week. But hey, a win can definitely bolster your rank there. So who's in first? That is UK, of course. Driving that number 8, Dale Jr. throwback. I know it's not it's so hard to do a perfect throwback, but yeah, that's supposed to be his Bud scheme right there. But yeah, that's UK right there. But yeah, like I said, so essentially, Tomboy has to finish 3 positions ahead of BS. Right now, BS is doing everything he needs to do in order to make the round of 6. He's sitting in P5, Hunty P6, Tomboy P7. But if the tires don't last, that could make or break here. Nathan, could you maybe offer us a little bit of insight? How close were you at the end of these stages?
I think I was in the high 20s, low 30s.
High 20s, low 30s?
Yeah, it's doable. I got Cybertruck tires. I got 71% on both right sides, and I think we're coming to 21 to go.
Yeah, it's coming to 21 to go right now. As you are crossing the line right now, it's lap 72 Correct. Of this race. I'm guessing that Packers went with Matt Kenseth. Oh yeah, that is that DeWalt scheme, or supposed to be that DeWalt scheme. But yeah, Packers is. I feel like I've been a broken record saying that. I'm very surprised. Both races, yesterday and today, there have been some breakout people going and kind of surprising both of the commentators. We have yesterday, it was broadcaster Clay and also Kobe. Same thing with US Trek. Both of those guys. Kobe ended up winning the race. US Trek finished P4. Broadcaster Clay had paced the entire race. So a bunch of different people that we normally wouldn't quite see up there. And now here we have, right here, Packers going and getting it done. Locking himself into the round of 6. Do we have to pit again? Well, that's the question. Fuel-wise, oh yeah, you can make it on fuel. But tires, that's the question mark. So that's why I've been kind of like asking Nathan back and forth, like, hey, how are we looking?
Word in the garage yesterday was that Broadcast K actually had a pretty good coach for yesterday's race that helped him out.
Yes, exactly.
Just a little something I heard in the garage.
Oh, just a little bit, just a little something. But yeah, Fluff is also making mention that, and not to take away from the Challenger points battle right here, but the battle for the top 10, Nathan, I mean, as a team owner, I can't imagine how nervous you must be with how close the points are in the sportsman side of things.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting, for sure.
And that's the beauty. I mean, like, who said that season-long points battles can't be interesting? Um, Although the battle for the championship is basically long gone. I mean, Baronet just needs to show up next week and he clinches the title. But the top 10 though, only, I mean, 12 drivers are still in contention, or I guess I should say 11 because Baronet also locked himself into it. But yeah, we'll have to see how it's gonna shake on out. We do have the week off next week for sportsmen, so I mean they can practice up for not only Darlington but Atlanta for the season finale. Um, but yeah, that is going to be the biggest thing for that is, just use the week in terms of practice. Ooh, Packer's actually getting a little bit loose right there. I mean, and now you may not really think about it, but it's true. If you ever looked at it, every time that you get really loose like that, that's a percentage. That is a percentage that you're losing. Much like in real life, every time that you get really happy on the throttle, that's a little bit of grip that you're going to lose. Well, now Hunty has abandoned the tire conservation, and he has pit. So that's one driver we don't have to worry about. So Hunty has thrown down the gauntlet, saying that, okay, if anyone else can't make it, I'm going to just pass them based on fresher tires. Now, it's going to be interesting here because we are on, what, like 15 to go right now?
14 to go.
14 to go. Basically, just a little past halfway through this third and final stage. Oh, it's now things are going to get a little interesting. Who's been saving behind each other right here? That's going to be the biggest thing. Nathan, could we offer a little bit of insight on that?
51-49 with 13 to go.
Oh,
yeah. I'm pretty set.
I think you're pretty set as well. Now, it's going to be a big question mark for those that decided to run higher presets, as, you just saw that live right there, is that UK got loose, and it looks like Packers went to avoid and also subsequently smacked the wall. That allowed the three of Cyber to get on past right there. Wow. And that's how quickly things can change at Darlington. Now, Packers technically did nothing wrong. Well, I mean, he kind of did. He, I guess, overcorrected. But he was trying to avoid... he's just going to get the spot back. Oh, but Cyber with a beautiful save right there. Oh, my goodness. How did he not wreck? But you can tell that he's not too happy in that cockpit either. 11 to go this time? 11 to go?
Yes.
All right, copy. All right, so next time, 10 to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, all eyes are on Packers, making to see if he can get the elusive Packers podium. I know UK is also really good when it comes to saving tire. So I guess we'll have to see, but he's been leading. I wonder if he's been kind of pushing his car a little bit in order to stay out front. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. 10 to go here, ladies and gentlemen. 10 to go here in this race. And like I said, currently, Tomboy is only gaining 1 point on...
lag just a tad bit.
Ooh, no, the best place for it, too, is right at the end of this race.
Yeah.
So Tomboy's only right now gaining 1 point on Hunty. So something needs to happen to BS if he wants to advance. Because right now Tomboy is the 7th driver in points right now, entering this race P5. And like I said, that's just how quickly things can change. Baseball Kid saying, I love Darlington, but not so much in this game. I think I can say that with a lot of different tracks. I think I can say, oh yeah, I love Talladega. I hate it on this game, though. I love Atlanta. Old Atlanta, I should rephrase. I love old Atlanta. I don't like it on this game. I
love being in Talladega this weekend, actually.
Oh, this weekend, really?
That's a bummer. I will miss Saturday night, actually. Based off of that.
Ooh, spicy. Well, well, that goes to show that, like I said, things can change there. So, but hey, maybe you can host a LAN party in the infield. Right now, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of gains from the 17 here. And honestly, in terms of overall tire life, I think these guys are basically good to go. It's 6 to go this time, right?
Yep.
6 to go. I mean, unless these guys are like wildly, like not even worried about their fuel or their tires at all. I personally don't see a way that. I mean, they're not going to make it the rest of the way. Now coming out of fire, ooh, Packers getting a little bit loose off of turn 4 right there. Maybe we will get the Packers podium, but maybe not so much the Packers win. Yes, though. Again, very quiet, very methodical today. Has absolutely been just rock solid. Been doing exactly what he's been needing to do. He's finished P5 in both stages, and looks like he's setting up for a P5 finish. But hey, you know what? P5 gets you into the round of 6. So, like I said, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. Nathan, I just saw you come up from the bottom right there. What happened?
Just Packers and I side by side off turn 4. Just got a little loose.
Ah, well, it'd be like that
Try
sometimes.
not to chase it too bad. Just let the car come to itself.
Gotcha. Well, this is coming to 2 to go, correct?
I can tell you in just a second.
3 to go.
3 to go.
Yep. So 3 to go here. Yeah, and like I said, I don't think anything is stopping this 8 car right now. This 8 car, has Junior ever won at Darlington? Ooh, maybe he did get a little loose right there. Has he ever won at Darlington?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, well. Right here, UK setting himself up for a 4th victory this season with just 2 more laps. You can tell that he is starting to get a little antsy. He got loose off 2. He hit the wall in turn 4. I mean, definitely things are getting a little bit antsy between him, but he has plenty of space to kind of balance it all on out. So he just needs to do another lap and a half in order to go the distance here. Yes, exactly. And Cyber is not too far behind these guys as well, but with only 1 lap to go, I feel like it's going to take someone smacking the wall in order for Cyber to kind of get back in here. 1 lap to go here in this race. The playoff opener here at Darlington, we have seen a bunch of people just, just being calm, cool, and collected. Ooh, the 19 really tossing on down, but the 17 does a great job defending. Now he's going to shop down to the bottom, kind of force the 19 to go around the top side, and oh, it's going to be a drag race coming up at turn 4. UK is going to win this race, but the 17 of Packers gasses it up, and a P2 for Packers with UK winning, and Nathan P3. Welcome to the playoffs. UK Cyber Hunty, yep, with his finish, despite a P7. Tomboy only finished P6, so that sucks. Tomboy gets eliminated, and a BS in Packers. So that is our top 6 that will be joining us for the round of 6. Wow, the Packers' elusive podium has come back. I can't wait to talk to him.
It'll only be like the 4th time I've ever heard him speak.
Yeah, right? I mean, I can't remember the last time I talked to him, honestly, in terms of, like, podium speak. I'll have to look back on that. But crucially, though, UK gets another 5 bonus playoff points to add to his bucket here. With especially the other one for the stage victory, he basically has a free race in terms of the rest of the competition.
That was fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was fun watching. Cyber with the fastest lap, basically matching his qualifying time, I should mention. So let's go get these guys up in here. Well, I mean, Nathan, you're already up in here, so I guess job well done there. Um, let's see here. Do, 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 do. Add. Um, great. I have to go all the way down to the appearing offline.
Always miss BS when I send out invites because he's always offline.
Oh yeah, he's been offline for like 2 years. There we go. Finally. All right. So while we wait, of course we have our full results. So that was UK Packers, Nathan, Cyber, BS, and Tom and Hunty. Actually, funny story. This is legit the first time that stage two results have matched the finish, or I guess inverse. The finish results have exactly matched stage two. So, I guess that's a interesting factoid right there. But I mean, with just the way everyone's been running, that was very rock solid from everyone right there. Darlington is a fun track, a difficult track, but everyone was able to get it done. Do we have everyone right here? Yes, we do. So, of course, we're going to start with our P3 here. Um, wow. Nathan, we've been hearing from you. You've been hearing from me this entire race. Where are 2x? You've been hearing from me this entire race, but yeah, Darlington. I'm sure you're glad that you were able to get into the round of six. Just what you were showing a lot of patience out there. Just what was it like in order to just kind of have the mentality of, oh, the playoffs are here and it's time to go.
I know when once Cyber had his difficulties, he kind of got I obviously I wanted to beat Packers there at the end, but it was also how bad do I want to finish second instead of third to possibly finish fourth or fifth. Uh, gotta kind of take what you got, move on to the next one. Uh, that's why I was trying to be real patient right there, not try and take something that uh, wasn't open. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
if if Packers had hit the wall or it got real loose, obviously take your run, but don't don't try too hard. End up messing yourself up and not get that podium, not get those extra points.
Well, I mean, of course, I mean, it's all about patience. I mean, and that's hopefully more of the sportsman drivers come and see this, and maybe even the other cup drivers as well. Now, this provides excellent practice for the cup series when we come here in a few Saturdays. Of course, it's going to be here for the full 184 laps, or 189, I think. So, I mean, it's basically this was the dry run in order to get everything all done. So, I mean, does that kind of add a little bit of motivation to go and say, hey, you know what? I got P3 here in the challenger side of things. I can do it just fine in Saturday.
Yeah, I mean it's the guys that I finished around are all really fast guys, so I mean it's a slight confidence boost. So a couple other guys that are really fast as well. Um, yeah, Darlington is one of those tracks that really rewards you for being patient. Don't hit the wall. Try not to get loose. Better than if you ran five of your super your best laps and then 5 laps hitting the wall. Better off just running solid, mediocre, solid, no wall laps.
Well, I mean, you said it yourself right there. It's all about just time and place. But excellent job there. Welcome to the round of six, and we will see what you can do at Canadian Tire.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Canadian Tire is about the only road course I kind of enjoy. So
Well, I guess we'll definitely have to see how this next guy does as well. Where is Busher at? Packers, it has been so long since I've heard not just your voice, but especially in an interview setting. This has to feel good. You had such fantastic pace the entire race here. Uh, it just seems like quite at the end, you got a little bit loose and weren't quite able to close that gap. First of all, I want to say congrats. You made the round of six based on points with your performance. How does it feel?
It was it was a good race. I was expecting to run good here. I always do. If I don't get caught up back in the pack, so I started third place, which is good. And I think everybody was having trouble late in the run there. I was expecting it. I think Nathan probably had the better long run car out of everybody. But it was still a good race. I had a chance to win, but then I noticed low power cat got a little loose, and then I kind of did the same thing, trying to like over make it move really fast, and that kind of ruined it for me. But it could have been worse. I only lost one spot, and I don't know. It's been a rough couple of years for me, really. But past few weeks, I've noticed I've gotten a little bit better and won a couple races in MRL. So I ran good tonight in this league. So nice, nice to finally get better running consistently again. So.
Well, I mean, and that's one thing I wanted to talk about as well is that not only have you like well you said it right there. I mean, I so wonderful segue is that you have been absolutely picking up the pace not only just on Tuesdays but also on Saturdays as well. You're currently sitting P11 in the Cup side of things here on Saturdays, with minus 66 behind that top 10 cut. Now, that is definitely doable with four races left in the season, and especially going to the Indy Oval. That is your home track. In case anyone doesn't know, Packers is an Indiana boy, so he is going home this weekend. And I know that not to take away from what happened tonight and looking forward, but I mean, a home race. I mean, do you think you can back up the result that you had today, or even better it on Saturday?
Hard to tell. I like that track the most, and I want the win there the most, but I haven't had a ton of luck there. But I usually run pretty well. It's just something always crazy happens, and who knows? It's another race, so it could happen. This could happen.
Well, I guess only one way to find out. That is to, well, I guess be there on Saturday. Saturday, be there, be there. But yeah, congrats. You were absolutely one of the fan favorites. Broadcaster Clay was rooting for you. Baseball Kid was rooting for you to go and get that win. Unfortunately, it wasn't there, but still, you're pointed your way from P7 in the standings all the way to P5. Now, of course, with the playoff reset, it puts you back down into P6, but you're only 4 points ahead. Canadian Tire. What do you think? What do you have in store for us at Canadian Tire?
I always run pretty well at road courses. I could win that. We'll see. Just the top three finish would probably be good. So hopefully I can make. Hopefully I can do that.
Well, that is a really good way of thinking about it, I will say. So, well, I guess we'll have to see what you can do next Sunday or next Tuesday. So yeah, congrats, Packers. It's always good hearing you up here for the elusive Packers podium. So, with that, let's now go into our winner of this race here. That is UK. Now, UK, you have been. This is your fourth win of the season. Let's just say it like that. So you are no stranger to winning here in this season. I mean, how'd you go about it in doing it? It seemed like you were a little off the mark there in stage one, but stage two, you kind of came alive.
No, I made adjustments to the car, and
Well, I guess yeah. No crap, Private Patton.
exactly. And then I made a pretty aggressive move on the second lap of the stage because track positions It's key here, and you want to get early and hang on to it.
Well, I mean, track position, as you said, is king. We definitely saw the benefits of just starting on the inside. Your teammate Cyber restarted in P4. Yes, he was able to rally back to P4, but he was faltering a little bit on that early giddy up because of just how narrow turn 2 gets. Now, I'm doing the points as after the reset as we speak, and you are going to be reset with 30 points above the cut line. And I will just say right now that if we have the same amount of drivers show up, that is a literal free race that you
Good.
have.
Let's hope it's that way.
Well, of course, that just assumes that you're starting and parking. I mean, that you're at least showing up.
I'll
So,
show up, but I probably will not show up at the same time.
well, okay, so I guess you'll be there physically, but not mentally. Um, but
Maybe like
yeah,
another Mid Ohio type deal. Maybe I'll
gotcha.
find my way up there towards the end, but I doubt.
Well, I mean, that is one of the things that I wanted to say right there. You had not so good on road courses, but I mean, you say that and then go out and finish on the podium. So I guess we'll have to see how Canadian Tire shakes on out for you because you did that exactly on Saturday, the past or a couple weeks ago. Finished with a P2 on the docket right there. So we'll have to see how you do there. Congrats, all three of you guys, for making the round of 6. Canadian
And looking
Tire.
forward till Saturday at
Well,
Indy.
well, that is Indy, of course. So Indy is
Like
definitely.
like Packers, I am from and I was born and raised in Indiana as well.
Even though you live in Kentucky right now,
Yeah,
so
I moved down here.
well, of course, yeah. Willingly, hopefully. I mean, like, I don't know anyone
Yeah.
that wants to go to Kentucky, but that's just me.
Well, would
Because
you rather
that's
be in the
Ohio.
mountain area, or would you live in pothole land?
Hey, I've been stuck in Ohio. I mean, like, literally, like, I'm like literally in like a glass casing. I try to leave Ohio, but I just end up on the opposite side. It's just like I just can't leave.
Yeah,
Um,
I wouldn't want to be in Ohio either. It
well,
kills me when I drive through there for like the 15 minutes I'm in Ohio. It kills me.
oh, don't get me started on Pennsylvania then. Pennsylvania has the worst roads I've ever seen. But enough about trash talking states. We are going to be live
And they
here.
say it sucks,
um, don't go anywhere yet. ERA will be back with this coming Thursday for the start of their playoffs here. Top 12 are invited, and we'll have to see who's going to come on out. It's going to be Richmond, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun there. And then, of course, this coming Saturday, we are going to be in the Indy Oval. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully everyone can turn on out. Thank you so much for coming on out. And UK for the top spot. Packers P2, excellent job from both of you. And Nathan P3, and as well as our in-race reporter. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll catch you on the flip one. Peace.